Back on the Enterprise, Pike asks the bridge crew for ideas. Ortegas suggests using the phaser harmonics to shatter the shield. Pike gives her the go-ahead. Spock asks Uhura how she's doing, and she basically says she's in over her head. Then she asks him if that was too honest. Spock notes that Vulcans are often too honest. And then Uhura kind of teases him about Nurse Chapel being his girlfriend and flirting with him. She points out she's trying to use humor to bring down the tension a little bit, and Spock says he prefers using logic. And for some reason, Leanne throughout this whole episode is stink-eyeing Uhura, like heavily stink-eyeing her, like every chance she gets.
I think it's a similar reason that Spock chides her about using humor to diffuse the situation, because Leanne is pretty, stern, at least in these 2 episodes.
Back on the Enterprise, Una reports that the phasers were locked and ready. Pike gives the command to fire, but as soon as they get ready, the ship is shaken by weapons impact and a large vessel positions itself between the Enterprise and the Comet. Pike orders hailing frequencies, identifying himself in the Enterprise and asking why they've been fired upon. The other identifies his people as the Shepherds. Okay, now this was kind of funny because Pike looks back at the acting communications officer like, what? And she's like, it's what the computer says. That's not what I'm calling them. The captain of the Shepherds explains that he is escorting Manit, which he says is far more than a comet, but an ancient arbiter of life. He then threatens to destroy the Enterprise if they attempt to tamper with it again. Pike turns to Una and orders her to scan the ship, finding out what its weaknesses and strengths are. What are they dealing with? Before turning back to the Shepherd captain, explaining that their intentions were not hostile. This comet's about to, impact an inhabited planet. We're just trying to save their lives by diverting it. Which the Shepherd calls that absurd and kind of compares it to changing the height of an ocean wave and some other things. Basically, the captain of the Shepherd ship is basically saying that, hey, what's going to happen is going to happen, and we don't interfere with the comet.
Yeah, so he's at least practicing the imaginary portion of the Prime Directive that would prevent them from doing anything.
Exactly, yeah. Let's see here. So they have a conversation about being reasonable men, and the Shepherd tries to go over, basically predestination, in a way, I guess. Basically taking on faith that this is going to work out is what the Shepherd captain has given him. Pike puts the Shepherd on hold so Una can brief him on the ship's abilities. They're outgunned, outclassed, and Ortegas says that she wouldn't want to piss them off. Pike just kind of hopes that they haven't noticed the away team down on the Comet, and he opens up the channels again, and as Pike begins talking, the Shepherd points out that he knows about the landing team. And if they attempt to rescue, it will be a declaration of war. So communications are cut. Pike tells the crew to get through to the landing party, even if they have to break the laws of physics.
Yeah, I feel like Pike asked a lot of his crew. Mm-hmm. Like beaming a liquid into somebody's eye, trying to break the laws of physics.
Yeah, he expects them to perform,
Yeah, which, it doesn't happen here, but, he has a similar interaction with Ortegas about, you say you're a badass pilot, let's see it, which I feel like he did the same thing last episode, too.
Yeah, I can't remember if he actually did it last episode.
Or maybe he did it when, on Discovery.
Well, he kind of does it to Detmer on Discovery, where...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's giving everybody commands, and he just looks at her and goes, fly good? Like, I know you can do it, so just do it, Back down on what we now know to be a temple on the Comet, Leanne is being a mean girl again and asking her if she's going to get them out or get them killed. Spock tries to give her a pep talk. It does not go real well. She points this out. It says that, maybe if she was actually supposed to be Starfleet or actually Starfleet, this would be one thing. And then Spock kind of points out that given that it's her first away mission and the first time in her life has been in danger, or asked her if it was, and she confirms it. Spock notes that, she's confronting her own mortality, and she's going to get a different perspective on things, and is she going to be able to rise to the occasion and see it through or not? Which is he does it better, but he gives her a better pep talk and kind of buoys her spirit a little bit. To which I'm sorry guys, I'm still getting over COVID here. She begins humming, and the more she hums, the more they notice that it's having an effect on the chamber, and that their chamber is responding to music. And Commander Dog has actually gotten into a moving box and started removing things. So it's going to be a little noisy in here for a few minutes, I have a feeling.
Well, she's not barking.
Nope, no, she's not barking. Back on the Enterprise, they notice a signal coming from the Comet. The computer identifies it as the tune Uhura was humming at dinner.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
This device does not support that feature.
Huh. I forgot I'd changed that one to react to the word computer.
Oh, I'm keeping that in.
Okay. Let's see here. In the temple, Uhura is harmonizing with the temple. They all discuss the universal and mathematical nature of music. Uhura gets Spock to harmonize with her, and the egg opens. Uhura then matches the sounds of the temple, and the room begins to shake. Back on the Enterprise, Una detects that Comet's shields are dropping, and Pike orders the team beam back. Then orders a red alert because he knows the Shepherds are going to be pissed. Nurse Chapel rushes into the transporter room to grab fake Kirk and rush him out of there.